So we got ourselves a new shiny boy Mage, but why do I care? I'm trying to do dual lane stuff. Why do I care about a Mage exactly? Well, you see, it's because High Titan Forge Res Ajax said this character is for the ADC mains, and that's what we are, ADC mains. Dual lane mains, but ADC is half of that. Before anything else, I'd like to thank those of you who actually watch the content that I make and enjoy it. There's a Discord for you if you care to talk more about any of this kind of stuff. I'm also streaming on Twitch, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to 5 p.m. Working on the days still, but so far it's been every day. And if you don't like either of those options, I do have Twitter. I'm putting those links in the screen right now and in the description. Thank you very much. We'll talk about ADCs first. Let's get technical with it. As far as MOBAs are concerned, ADC stands for Attack Damage Carry. Means the late game, they're doing all their damage from their, not their melee, their in-hand attacks. And that right there is the basic, the most watered down explanation that you are going to get for an ADC. All hunters are ADCs, not all ADCs are hunters. Chronos, late game, in-hand auto attacks, right there. Section 4 plus 35% magical power contribution to his basic attacks, and he has increased attack speed. He's gonna be giving you the big chunkin' late game with his ranged auto attacks. You, sir, are an ADC who happens to be a mage. Freya, she's got 2 abilities that also give her the big chunkin' in the basic attack category. You, ma'am, with some help, are gonna be chunkin' in the late game. You are also a mage ADC. So does El Dorado technically count as a mage ADC? I'm seeing an insane attack speed steroid. That's Odysseus bow built into a kit right there. And I'm also seeing enhanced auto attacks. Yes, it says critical hit chance, but it's not critical hit chance. We were kind of lied to, we were kind of triggered. They knew that we would buy into it. We're dirty hunter players. We like crit, we love crit. But in his most basic sense, Ollie Boy is a mage ADC. Now, that discussion's over. Let's talk about if he's actually good or not. Hunters are the archetype in Smite that are the baseline for how all this is going to play out. What makes a good hunter then? Then it would have to be a combination of 2 things. Survivability, getting to the late game, you see, and having a late game. Because what's the point of being able to get to late game if your late game is trash? Or what's the point of having a great late game if you can't survive long enough to get there? That would be AMC back in the day. He couldn't get to his late game, so what was the point of playing him? And then there's Neith, who is very good at surviving, but why does it matter if your late game is trash? So we have to go to the S tier. We have to go to the most bland, most boring, and most perfect hunter that we have right now. She can't be knocked up. One of these in this game, she can't be knocked up. I mean, she can be knocked up, but then she just flies out of it. She can knock herself up and then fly out of it, away from your ugly face. She can then ult away even further from your ugly face. She has a little flutter at the end of it in case that's not enough distance from your ugly face. And then if you somehow manage to push her out of lane, or if somehow she dies, she'll be back sooner than you can miss her with that stupid passive of hers. So is she gonna get to late game? Guaranteed. Is it worth it? She's got an attack speed buff, she has a crit chance buff, she's got a power buff, and she's got a movement speed buff. Is he gonna survive to get to the late game? I think so. You see, he's got his 1 on his time rift, it's got more range than a regular basic attack, so he can clear it pretty safely. And if you jump him, he's gonna CC you, and then he's gonna accelerate away from your ugly face. And then if you still on him, he's gonna rewind and you're gonna have to kill him essentially twice. This also has crowd control immunities. And if that wasn't enough, his passive, Time Lord, at 50 minutes, regardless of what you do, he's gonna get an extra 125 power total just from his passive. As time goes on, he just gets stronger. So he can survive to his late game, and then his late game is well worth it. Ollie Oxenfree's sustain right now is kind of trash. Yes, he has a heal, it's not that strong. Yes, he has protections, he needs allied gods near him. Yes, he has a knockback and a slow, but it's really not good. Imagine Aphrodite. If all she had was her back off, do think she would be nearly as annoying as she is now with her kiss and her massive heal and her ultimate. His one, if you charge it up, gives him range so he doesn't have to stand so near the wave, but if the other hunter or the guardian or whoever is smart enough, they can just stand in front of the wave because it stops on colliding with an enemy god. You're not gonna be clearing from Timbuktu. His ultimate is amazing. He has no crowd control immunities whatsoever in any part of his kit, but his ultimate is amazing. But it also has a massive cooldown timer on it, but his ultimate is amazing. He's gonna have some troubles. He's gonna have to be babysat, but it's very well worth it for this ultimate. Is the rest of his kit worth it? As far as basic attacks go, no. No, not really. If you're talking about just in-hand auto attacks, you're gonna want a Freya. You're gonna want a Kronos before you want him. But in my few games right now, and for a feel of how I have them, if nothing too crazy gets changed, he may be worth playing. Only for this ultimate. Could he do better elsewhere? Not in the solo lane, that's for sure. He's got no peel, and he's gonna be stuck in the zone where the assassins, warriors, and guardians tend to be, you know. The classes that specialize in tower diving, and my man has no peel, almost no peel. He gonna be dead. Mid lane's not bad, he can get some assistance there, he can run away a lot easier. So duo lane, why not? I'd sooner see him as a jungler, honestly.